So who's fighting whom in Iraq? So-called Islamic State is slowly being pushed out of Iraq's second city, Mosul, where they have around 5,000 fighters. But who's actually doing the fighting? The answer's not as easy as you think. The main group is the Iraqi army, with about 20,000 troops taking part. The army has a lot to prove after it was routed by a relatively tiny IS force 2 years ago. About 15,000 Iraqi counter-terror forces and 20,000 police are also taking part. Another force is the 20,000-strong Hashd al-Sha'bi, or Popular Mobilization Unit. They're mainly Shia militias backed by Iran, but they also include other minority groups, including Yazidis, who IS has tried to wipe out. About 10 to 20,000 Iraqi Kurdish forces, the Peshmerga, are also playing a major role, and there are other groups too, such as Sunni tribes and Assyrian Christians, numbering thousands more. But it's not only Iraqi forces that are involved, regional powers are also taking part. And this is where it gets a bit complicated. A US-led anti-IS coalition is carrying out aerial bombing in and around Mosul. The US has also trained and equipped the Iraqi army and has thousands of advisors on the ground, as well as at least 100 special forces. Neighbouring Turkey also has troops in northern Iraq, with the consent of the Kurdish regional government, but not Baghdad. Turkey also wants a more direct role in the Mosul offensive, but Iraq has warned it to stay out. And finally, Iran, which is at odds with the West across the Middle East, has its own military advisors in the country, but has denied reports that it has combat troops there too. This tangled web of allegiances and rivalries plays out across large parts of Iraq, and shows just how complex the fight against IS really is.